Yesterday they were trying to kill each other. Today, they were kicking a football together. No one could have believed it. Not after the machine guns. Not after the explosions. Not after thousands had died. The battlefield was supposed to swallow hope forever. But on Christmas morning, something impossible happened. I wasn't a weapon. I wasn't a white flag. I wasn't a peace treaty. I was only a football. One gentle kick sent me rolling across no man's land. The most dangerous strip of earth on the planet. Every soldier watched. One wrong move. One nervous finger on a trigger. And everyone would die. Instead, a British soldier stepped forward. A German soldier smiled. Then another. And another. Minutes later, the battlefield echoed with something it hadn't heard in months. Laughter. For one unbelievable day, I didn't decide who won a game. I helped remind the world how wars can pause. Only hours earlier, bullets screamed through the freezing air. Cannons shook the ground. British and German soldiers hid in muddy trenches just a few dozen meters apart. Each side believed the other was the enemy. Then Christmas arrived. Instead of gunfire, a song floated through the darkness. A German soldier began singing Silent Night. Soon British voices joined in. The rifles fell silent. Slowly, soldiers climbed out of their trenches. No one knew if they would be greeted with a handshake or a bullet. Instead, they smiled. They shook hands. They exchanged chocolate, cigarettes, buttons, and family photographs. For the first time in months, they saw that the enemy looked just like them. Someone produced me. A simple football. No grand stadium. No cheering crowd. Only frozen ground scarred by shell craters. They laughed. They ran. They kicked me back and forth across no man's land. Men who had been ordered to kill one another were suddenly teammates. For a few precious moments, there were no enemies. Only human beings. I bounced over mud stained by war. Past abandoned rifles. Past broken barbed wire. Past places where fear had ruled only yesterday. Every kick reminded the soldiers of something they had almost forgotten. Hope. Some later remembered the score. Others couldn't. Because that wasn't what mattered. What mattered was that the war had paused. Not because politicians demanded it. Not because generals agreed. But because ordinary people chose peace. Even if only for one day. The next morning, the guns spoke again. The trenches filled with smoke. The war returned. As if Christmas had never happened. For 4 more years. Millions would die. Yet one memory survived. Not of victory. Not of defeat. But of a single Christmas. When enemies became friends. When songs were louder than bullets. When a simple football rolled across no man's land. And reminded soldiers on both sides that before they were enemies, they were fathers, brothers, sons, human beings. I never ended the war. But for one unforgettable day, I helped the world remember that even in the darkest moments, humanity can still choose hope. And sometimes, the smallest object carries the greatest story.